My name Matt. I'm from Washington D.C. Southeast. It was it was not that bad on the side that I grew up on. I grew up in Ward 6, but it wasn't all good either. It got crazy and hectic, but not as crazy and hectic as like Ward 8 would get or something like Anna and shit. I was about like Potomac Avenue and stuff, but if you stay out of the way and just do what you had to do, nothing happened to you most of the time. You was a man. When I met people that was out of DC, it told me I was mature for my age. Not saying everybody that grew up. I think growing up the way I grew up made me mature faster under the circumstances that I had. It made me do things better, and I had realized I had to grow up faster and stuff. And I think growing up there, it give you the mentality like nobody. It's hard to get over on somebody if you grew up in an area like that. If you smart enough and you just don't let nobody walk over you, man up faster. You got to. I would. I said like my before the brand, I was just. That's when I first learned how to save my money. So I was like really saving my money, trying to make money. I was selling stuff in school. I gambled in school. So I was just trying to stay on track. I was still on track with school though. My grades never fell off. You can ask anybody, none of my grades was always good, but I was trying to get some money around that time. And I was really trying. Like around the time I did have thoughts of like, because when I was growing up I wanted to play football and basketball and stuff like everybody else used to. But then when I got to high school, I wasn't feeling it no more. And I was really just trying to think what I'm gonna do. And I always said I'm not gonna be somebody who's gonna work for somebody for the rest of his life. So that's when I started. I had to think of my own business or something that's mine. It started with, it wasn't even supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be something else. It was supposed to be called Royale, Rebel Royale, something like that. And then we just kept down. We sat down. It's two other owners. It's me, my cousin Chaz, and my god brother Deshaun. We sat down. We was just brainstorming. We got it down to Royal Rebels. We came up with a logo. And after we did all that, of course, you gotta get the money together. So everybody put up like 150, and they got the logo, the first logo, and a couple shirts. And then we started getting it out like that. That was the 2016 of, was that July? 2016 July, like the summer. And we was just selling the shirts. And we started trying to get shirts to local people and stuff like that. The brand just got bigger. We sat down, we already decided we wanted to do a clothing line. And my cousin and my god brother, we all knew that the clothing line had to stand for something. We knew making the clothes, because we could all dress, so we knew making the clothes and making it look nice wasn't going to be a problem. So we was just trying to think of something that had a meaning behind it. Because we still think we got the best message through every clothing line. That's you royalty no matter what, however you look at it. Because if you Google the word royalty, and you're going to see pictures, it's not going to look like people like me and you, which it should really look like pictures like me and you, but it's not going to be that. So we got to just have that reminder that we royalty no matter what. And we define royalty no matter what you do. If you're working 9 to 5, if you still getting your priorities out of the way and you doing stuff, you being a man, you being a lady, then you royalty no matter what. We was on Instagram. We was thinking like we got to think of somebody to get our design and make our design. We found somebody. Shout out him, his Instagram name Kush_head21. He do nice designs. He did our first few designs until we figure out how to do them on our own. So yeah, we hit him up. We asked him how much he want for a design. We gave him the concept. He told us what it was. It was like, to start off, that's when he first started doing it. I said it was like 60 a piece. That's a good price. So we paid him. He gave us back the logo. First logo was like the Rolls Royce symbol with the 2 R's and it said Royal Rebel. And with that, we put them on shirts. It was black and white, and one was black and gold. I don't want to work for nobody. So that's what kept me motivated. And every time I say it, everybody act like it's just so far-fetched, but I just don't see it. It might have to happen, but it won't be something too long. If I'm working all my money going into my business, I don't plan on doing that for no long time. It's not how I want to live my life. So that's what kept me motivated, and I'm not going to stop. There's been times where stuff got rough, real rough, really rough, but I'm just not going to work for nobody. I'd rather do this. All right, so after the first summer we did our clothing line. It was nice. Like We sold all the first batch of shirts and we had our money and stuff. And then the winter come around. And then to put winter stuff out is more expensive. To put summer stuff out, like sweaters and hoodies, is more expensive. So the supply stuff was lower. So we tried to go the cheaper way. So we bought the sweaters and stuff and hoodies. Then we found somebody else that screen printed for cheaper. He gave us the price, it was real cheap, like $400 to do all that stuff. We had a lot of stuff, and he did everything for like $400. So we took him all the clothes and stuff. Time come around where everything's supposed to be done, we go meet him in his house. Get back, the prints messed up. I wish I had one of the shirts on me. I do this in my room. The prints messed up. Like, say it was like a print like this is like faded. It's black. It's faded gray. It's like he was doing it like he ran out of ink or something, and it was just messed up. And we had to take them, and we had to sell that because it was like we had to sell it. We needed to get the money to get back on track. So that unmotivated us in a lot of ways because it was like that was all of our money. It was hard to bounce back from that. But once we bounced back from that, everything got better. Find your lane and just do it. Your path not gonna be the same as somebody else's. You might see somebody else's doing better than you, and you still think that you're better than them, which might be true. But you just still gotta keep working. Everybody got a different road ahead of them, but you gotta keep working and do what you gotta do. Don't take no shortcuts. Don't try to because you can cheat yourself. We're working on our fall collection right now with sweaters and hoodies and long sleeve shirts and stuff, beanies, all the code stuff. Winter fall collection, new designs, everything. One of 3 CEOs of Royal Rebels. You can follow us on Instagram at Royal Rebels Clothes CLO. Follow us on Twitter, same thing, Royal Rebels Clothes CLO, and on Facebook it's Royal Rebels CLO. Shout out to Ground Up. They next up. You need to follow them. Everything you need. All media outlets is the best media outlet out here for me.